Hello, hello. If you're watching the replay, thank you for joining me. I have been having issues with Instagram, going live on Instagram, so I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, yes, I made it to Instagram as well. I am so excited. And I see a few of you here, and I want to thank you for joining me. You have no idea how much it means to me. It means a lot. I show up for you ladies, trying to help you, and you showing up for your love life talked so highly about you and who you are. Now, I'm going to take your generosity to the next level, and I want you to ask me questions because really that's when I can be of the most help to you. This online world of showing up and giving advice, it's very, very generalistic. It's like one size fits all. And with relationships and dating and men and you and me and this real human being that we are, one size doesn't fit all. It doesn't work like that. There is wisdom that is timeless. That is right. That is correct. There is wisdom that is timeless. But inside of that wisdom, there are so many nuances that the way I speak to you with a ton of knowledge in my head and a lot of experience. So to me, some things are obvious or are not worth to go any deeper. So sometimes that's why I want you to ask me questions if you do have questions. If something feels like that I don't understand, I can't really see myself doing that, or how can I understand that better? Ask me a question. Type it on the comments wherever you are, if you are on Facebook or here on YouTube or on Instagram, and it will show on my side. Okay, so I'm going to be able to see it and answer it and maybe even coach you real life. So today it's a phenomenal topic. Today it's a topic that I don't see people talking a lot online on social media or on YouTube, because it's a topic that actually this kind of thinking, this deep dive only happens with women that are already dating and already taking practice and being on the court and being on the fields. And if the social media advice is usually intended for people that are just accumulating information. But if you are out there and you are going on dates, or if you are in a relationship and and trying to make it better, this is something that will show up really, really, really fast. The question of, am I settling or I am accepting? And it's a really, really, really important question, because once we get it out of the way, we can have peace and we can be present. And that is what we all want. We want to be present in our relationships or on dating. We want to be relaxed. We want to be able to enjoy it. We want to be able to have fun and have joy and have energy to create a meaningful world with our other half. That is the main reason why we do that, I think. So if you can, my hope for you, my wish for you, my intention for you today is that you leave this training with a very, very clear idea of if you are settling or if you are accepting, okay, a man or a relationship or yourself. This works for you too. You know how it is with this area of love and relationships. It acts as a mirror. So as above, as below, as outside, as inside. So maybe you can use this for yourself too. Are you settling with yourself? or you are accepting yourself. And there are two very, very different things. And I am going to start giving you a hack, a very, very, very quick question where if you are in that space that you don't know if you are settling or accepting, you can ask yourself this very, very simple question, and you are going to know. You are going to know if it's one or the other. So, settling comes from fear. Settling comes from fear. So settling looks like in real life, um, oh, he's not really what I want. He's not really giving me a lot of energy back. He's not really um, having those deep conversations that I want to have with my other half. He's not really there present for me. He's, working all day long. He's not calling me. He's not texting me as much as I need to. And I am staying because I am afraid. And then you put next to, I am afraid I am going to be alone the rest of my life if I don't have this man. I am afraid I am going to die alone. I am afraid that I'm going to have to go back to dating, and I really don't want to do that because it was such a nightmare and I'm comfortable here. So I am afraid. Settling comes from fear. Okay, so that is the question you have to ask yourself. And on the other hand, so settling, sorry, I'm going to finish that concept, makes you feel small, makes you collapse into yourself, and it activates one of the three archetypes that I'm going to be talking about today. It activates the archetype number one, the rescuer or the protector, as I call it now. So that's what settling does. It makes us feel scared. It activates our fear-based archetype, and it makes us collapse. It makes us be small. It makes us, want to just I really, 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 I don't like this. It's not for me, but I don't want to do anything different because I am afraid. So, on the other hand, acceptance is one of the bases of true love. When people say, oh, Natalia, I want true love, well, true love is not all unicorns and rainbows, because true love will make us expand, will make us really, really, really expand into and activate the queen inside of us. So acceptance feels like love. Acceptance feels like accepting a man for who he is and letting go of a fantasy that we have in our head that has been fed by culture and Disney movies of how men and relationship or ourselves should be. Acceptance is being okay, being good with what is, okay, not resisting what is, understanding that that is reality and doing the best with that. Okay, so acceptance feels like, I am growing, I am becoming more loving, I am becoming more kind, I am becoming more compassionate, I am expanding my capacity to give, I am expanding my capacity to contribute, I am expanding my capacity to be of service. So as you can see, it's an energy that actually inspires us, that lights us up, because it comes from full responsibility and accepting that we are sovereign of our emotional life, that we are sovereign of our life and our reality. We have a say on our life. We do. We have a say. It's not that life happens to us, it's that life happens for us, and we are harnessing that energy and we are creating magic. We are accepting that. So if we go on a date and he is not, as articulated as we would like him to be, we tap into being curious, and we tap into looking for fit rather than fault. Okay, so you see how that is expanding, and that's what we have control over it. So I wanted to give you that hack. And if you are just joining, you may need to go and watch the replay, because I just gave a hack before I go deep into the 3 archetypes. I want that get activated when we get into this. I wonder, I am not sure if I am accepting or if I'm settling this guy, and I don't want to settle. So I just gave a hack, a very, very easy access for you to know if you are accepting or settling. One is expanding. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel loved. It makes you feel like, I'm growing. And the other one makes you feel collapsed, makes you feel afraid, makes you feel like low energy. Okay, your self-esteem is suffering. So now that we did that, okay, I have a question. Okay, I can take a question now, Alexis. I love it. Thank you. So let me know, what is your question? If you type it really fast, I can answer it right now. And if you take a minute or so, I'm going to keep talking. But yes, ask me questions. I love it. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to keep, I need to keep looking at the comments section, because, I'm excited about questions. Thank you. So now I want to share something that I came up with. It's I love archetypes. I love archetypes. As you know, I was trained as a psychotherapist when I was from 18 to 20 something. And when you are doing that, you get to read a lot of Greek mythology, Roman mythology, all the books that made society who we are today. And so I love archetypes, because an archetype is a very good way to put into clusters something that belongs, psychological ways of being that belong to big groups. And archetypes also allows us to evolve, to see an evolution from one to the next to the next. So what happens is when we as women, that we care so much, that we love so much, that we are sensible, and we use this care and this. Okay, my husband, let's see, I have a question. I will have to put my glasses on because I'm very vain, but I can see. My husband, great guy, awesome, faithful, loving, but he yells a lot. Is this a deal breaker, or do all men have faults and I should accept this? Wow, what a great question. What a great question. So her husband is a great guy, faithful, loving, but he yells a lot. So what I get is that he's a great guy, that she loves him, he loves her, but he yells a lot. She's asking me, Alexis is asking me, if is this a deal breaker? Well, it depends, because deal breakers are really personal. So in this case, it doesn't really fit on the deal breakers that I coach my clients, which are a big no. So my question to you would be, do you feel abused when he yells at you? Does he yells at you? Does he yells to your kids? If you have kids, does he yells to the neighbor? Is he yelling at work? So what we are looking for here is a pattern, and also if you feel abused when this is happening. So if you feel abused when this is happening, like emotionally abused, this could be a deal breaker for you. Okay. So there is that. Not, she's saying no, no kids, no, but I hate it. No kids, yes, he raises. Okay. So this is something that is more, they all do. Okay, good. So Alexis, this is, from what I hear, this is a preference of yours. So we have deal breakers. I talked about deal breakers and preferences on a live love talk or a video a few days ago. So I'm gonna try to link it on YouTube because you are watching it on YouTube. I'm gonna link it on the comments so you can go back and watch that, because I think that's gonna help you to really, really differentiate if this is a deal breaker for you or a preference. You are welcome. So from what you are saying, because I don't have a lot of information, I am going to take a risk and I'm going to say it's a preference. Okay? So you would rather prefer him not yelling at you, but your husband is used to yelling. He yells at work, he yells at you, that he's a yeller, he yells. So if it's a preference and not a deal breaker, I invite you to keep listening to what I'm going to say now, because I am going to walk you how to handle this situation, okay? Because you may end up deciding, after watching this training video and after watching the other training video, that you may want to give it a try on accepting him as he is. And because of all the benefits that could come to you and to him and to your relationship, all the peace that you could activate, and all the love that you could activate through this. Okay, so let's go back to the archetypes. So when something happens, and if you allow me, I am going to be using your example to guide you through the archetypes. So there are 3 archetypes and they happen in stages. It's like we go from one, yes, I want to learn to accept him and not be bothered by it. Absolutely. I'm gonna teach you a little bit. Of course, on my Epic Love Accelerator, we work in depth on this. This is just a glimpse of what you could get, but I'm gonna do my best to give you the best value. And not be bothered by it. Yes, you'll have control over that. Okay, you have control over your emotions, but I'm gonna guide you through that. So the first stage, the first archetype that we usually jump to is the rescuer, or what I call nowadays is the protector. Why? Because it's more loving, it's more grounded, and the rescuer, sometimes it triggers things inside of us as women that we really don't relate, because these come from a place of deep love, deep care, okay? And this deep care that we have as women, it's totally, totally honorable when used in the right situation, okay? But when we activate this caring woman in the wrong situation, it actually plays against us. So the protector, the archetype of the rescuer, the protector, is this part of us that shows up when we don't like something he's doing, and we resist it, and we make it be wrong. We make it be that he is wrong, okay, or he shouldn't yell, or that we are wrong, like, oh, I did something wrong, that's why he's yelling, or that there is something wrong with the situation, with the reality. But the bottom line is that we get into we activate that part of us that wants to protect. So we either protect him and try to change him, that's when we try to talk to him into, you should change your behavior. Yelling is not good. Look at your work, it's affecting your coworkers, and look at me, I don't like that, I don't deserve that, I want something different. Or when we try to change the reality, if we were living in another town, farther away from your parents, or from this stressful situation, or if your job weren't as stressful, you would be different. But the common denominator is that we use our beautiful energy, we harness that energy to try to change something. And that, being the rescuer, usually doesn't give us what we want, because when we as the feminine energy part in the relationship jump into this archetype of the rescuer, what is happening is we are, in a way, and this comes with all my love and compassion, okay? I used to be a big rescuer, so believe me, I know we don't know what we don't know, but my intention is that when you know it, you can decide which way you want to go. So when we do that, what happens is we rob him from the opportunity for him to rise up and to become the man that he's supposed to become. When we jump on to save the day, we jump into our masculine energy. And when we do that, the man automatically, either one, he gets lazy because we are doing all the work, so why is he going to do something? Or he completely ignores us. He turns off, he gets numb, he watches TV, or he looks at us, but he blocks us, okay? So it really, really, that way, activating the rescuer on us doesn't really work, because he's not going to be able to activate his masculine energy, which is the energy of the rescuer, which is the energy of, oh, I'm going to fix it. Oh, I'm going to do something about it, because we are doing it. So I know what you may be thinking. So what do? We just condone his behavior. We just take it as it is. No, actually, we don't. We don't condone his behavior. We just don't accept behavior that we don't like. But there is a way of doing it, of being, that will get you the results you want, okay? And a way that, as I discussed right now, won't. So what do? We sit with what is, without labeling as bad or good, without trying to solve it. We just sit with that. Okay, he is yelling. We observe that behavior, and we decide to jump into the second archetype, which is the archetype of activating your authentic self. The archetype of your authentic self is that part of you that knows, that has a knowing that there is a way out of this, and that she is going to figure it out. Is that empowered part of you that really, really is connected to wisdom that you didn't even know you had there. So your authentic self is that part of you that can observe his situation and can discern. Is the discerning part of you. Is the part that says, okay, how do I respond to this? Do I jump back into my rescuer, into my protector, or do I stay present and grounded and give myself a second to feel what I feel when he's doing or not doing what I want? Okay? And what do I do with that feeling? Where that feeling takes me? Okay? And I notice that, it's taking me to a place of, maybe I am doing something wrong. Or it's taking me to a place where I want to help him because I love him so much and I know I have the resources to do it. And yes, you do have the resources because we women are amazing. So we have the resources, but in this case, it's best not to use them. Okay. We need to let him figure it out. So your authentic self is that grounded woman, that present woman that knows that the only thing that is in her power at that moment is accepting what it is, or if she really, really can't accept what is, starting to figure it out a way to get out of that situation on her own time and under her own terms. In other words, she doesn't rush to a decision right away, okay? Unless of course you are in danger of physical danger, and then yeah, run for your life. But we are talking about things like if he's yelling at you, or if you are on a date and the next day he's not texting you and you're feeling like, oh my god, I want to text him, and or if he's not contacting you soon enough. When it activates our anxiety and our rescuer, our protector wants to jump in, we jump up and we are like, if I don't have the resources, who can help me to create these resources? When women jump into this stage, when they realize that they are not resisting what is, they are in a place where they activate their self-responsibility, and they understand, they know that even though they don't like that situation, there is something they can do to set themselves up for winning, but they don't know what yet. They don't know how to do it. That's usually when they hire me, when they contact me, because that's the place where they are ready to let go of blaming him or blaming themselves or blaming the reality, and they are ready to jump into their third archetype. They are willing and ready to learn how to jump into the third archetype, which is the queen energy, the queen archetype. So usually when women are done, tired, sick and tired of rescuing or trying to change him, trying to change themselves, turning into a pretzel, moving city from city, trying to find their man or trying to find the perfect place, trying to lose weight, all the things we do when we get into the first stage, which is the protector. Once we get, and you know this, I know this, I know my moment when I stop doing that. I'm going to get vulnerable right now. I let go of my protector, of my rescuer, the day that I discovered I found my ex-husband with another woman in my house. That day, I felt the shift. I went from trying to shift myself into a pretzel, trying to stay small, buying all the clothing he wanted me to buy, doing all the things he wanted me to do, taking the classes to be a better cook, taking the classes to be better in bed, just trying to be somebody that I was not, into, I get it. I get it. This is not about doing more, better, different. This is not either about trying to change him or trying to make him be more like I want him to be. And this is not also about me moving to another city or to another country. And how did I know that? Because I had done them all. I have done them all. So I got the message loud and clear. There is another way to do this, and I have it in me to activate that. And if I don't know how, I am going to ask for help. And that's when I started doing the work on my area, on this area of love, dating, and relationships. That took me about 5 years, that I went deep in learning absolutely everything I could full time in this area, because my authentic self showed up and told me lovingly, Natalia, you deserve better than this, And if you don't know how to do it, you are going to figure it out. This is not happening for you. This is happening to support you. This is not happening, yes, to you, sorry, to you. This is happening for you. So if he's yelling, if he's not texting, if men keep ghosting you, if you can't figure it out, your relationship, your man keeps yelling at your kids and he's unhappy, he's depressed, that is not happening to you. That is happening for you. So you can figure it out, how to get out, how to grow, how to evolve. And the reason why I know that is because if you weren't ready for that, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. This message wouldn't resonate with you at all. You would be in a place where you'll be like, this woman is crazy, she's blah, 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 whatever. And I'm going to go back and try to change him. I'm going to go back and try to mold into a pretzel to be who I think I should be, or I'm going to move to another city, or I'm going to get another master degree, or I'm going to get another degree or another job just because the solution is out there. Okay, if you are here, it's because you are at this point where your authentic self, it's real, it's present, it's activated, and it's telling you, you know, a better place. So in my Epic Love Accelerator, we move from those two archetypes into the archetype of the queen. And the queen is a woman that is fully activated into an embodied. She doesn't know at the level of head, at the level of information. There is a knowing that is embodied, so there is not other choice for her than to be the queen. And the queen, the main characteristic of the queen is she is emotional sovereign. So when the man is not behaving, is not doing what she wants him to do, or is doing what she doesn't want him to do, she totally understands that she has a say in the matter. That we as queens, we can create our reality. And if after a while he doesn't really rise to that, well, that's when we are going to see if we let him go and we move on. Okay? The queen is emotionally sovereign. She knows that her emotions, her feelings are hers. Our emotions are ours. We activate our emotions in our brain with the meaning we give to the events, with the meaning we give to what he's doing. So let's give you that example. If my husband or your husband comes home and he starts yelling, I invite you to embody the queen and stop yourself on the tracks and observe. Is this something that has something to do with me? Or is this his way of being? You see, we are not resisting what is. Instead, we are tapping into one of the character traits of the feminine energy queen, and it's curiosity. It's like, does this have something to do with me or is him? Observe. Okay, what is this telling me? Is him. Is his way to cope with reality. It's the place he goes when he gets frustrated, anxious, unhappy, unfulfilled, whatever it is, when he gets stressed out. So there is room. There is room between the queen and her king using his coping mechanism that is faulty, but we don't have to engage on that. So what do we do in that case? Well, we respond from our feminine energy and we don't jump into fixing it. We give him space. We just give him space. We are like, oh, I'm going to go, hi, honey, I'm going to go and water the flowers outside on my garden. And you just go and do that. And you take care of that. Or you said, oh, I feel like I'm going on a walk, and you just go and take a walk. Or you said something like, oh, hi honey, I'm gonna go and cook. And you go and cook. You remove yourself from the situation. You do not have to endure his bad mood if that's something that doesn't make you feel good. So you go and do and make yourself to feel good, because you are sovereign. You are the captain of your own feelings, and you hold the capacity inside of yourself to make yourself happy, to make yourself at peace, even though he's having a hard time. And you let him deal with his things. You don't become his mama, you don't become his therapist, you are not nice. I'm not saying you don't have to be kind. As you can see, I model it for you in a way that you are kind. But you don't have to absorb his bad moment. You don't have to, internalize his bad behavior. And when you do that, when you act from this place of sovereignty, of owning that this is your life at the end of the day, and this is the only life you have, and it's short, it goes by so fast. And if you have kids or if you have nephews, you are modeling your behavior to them. So you do hold the responsibility to future generations in a way. When you do that, two things are going to happen. He's either going to calm down, calm his nervous system, and realize, oh, she's not clicking the bait. There is something different here. In the past, when I started yelling at her, or when I didn't text her, or in the past when I didn't contact her for 2 weeks, she reacted in a different way. She did something. She reached out to me. She tried to close the gap somehow. She tried to fix it. And now she's not doing that. Now she's actually giving me space, and she's making herself happy. And she's not there fixing it and trying to make me feel better. She's not there trying to be nice. And that is going to make him either be like, oh my God, I like that. I find that sexy. I really like that. She's a woman that I can trust, that she's not going to let me ruin her life. That is a woman that I really, really, really want to protect and want to be there for her. Because if she's not allowing me to ruin her life, that makes me feel really good, because all that responsibility that I felt before, that I had to be the one making her happy all the time and making her feel fulfilled is not there anymore. That pressure is not there anymore. So now I feel free to close the gap. And that is when a masculine energy man will come to you on his own terms, because men want 90%, 90 plus percent of men want us happy. And Alexis, you said he's a good man, he's a faith-based man, he's a good guy, so he wants you happy. He just needs to know that you are not going to close the gap, that you are not going to fix it for him, that you are not going to make it better. And that is going to give him room. That is going to make him feel free. And that's going to make him feel free to close the gap for you. So, ladies, that is my lesson for today. I would love to hear what you think about this. I would love to hear your answers. This is live. I have no script. This comes from my heart. This comes from years of coaching women on this subject. And this comes from my own experience also of pulling myself from the rescuer, from the protector, to the queen. Okay, let's see. Alexis wrote something. This was truly incredible. I learned a lot. Oh, Alexis, that makes me so happy. That's making my day. You're very good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am filling out my application to work with you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And ladies, to wrap it up, settling feels yucky. Settling feels like we are collapsing, that we are making ourselves small. Accepting means, yes, he may not be perfect, but I am going to do my best to grow and evolve and become the best self I can be. That is what love is about. It's about loving an imperfect man perfectly. And that makes us feel so good. The real feeling good, the good that feels good because we are feeling like our heart is expanding, like it's making us bigger. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you, Alexis, again for your questions. As you can as you can see, it helps so much when you ask questions because I can use those examples to make it deeper. So anyway, I will see you next week, and I am going to the Alexis. Thank you. And yes, so I'm gonna have a sip of water. I love you so much. I admire you so much. And yes, bye. See you next week. Bye bye.